Chapter 9. A Letter by Mahatma Gandhi. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, born on 2nd October 1869, was a great Indian leader who led India's independence movement. He adopted non-violence as an effective means to resist the British. He also pioneered the civil disobedience movement. He was imprisoned many times for taking an active role in the freedom movement. Mahatma Gandhi wrote this letter to his son Manilal from prison. It was written by hand with purple indelible ink pencil on both sides of 5 long cream-colored foolscape sheets of prison stationery. It was written in English, though he would normally address his letters to Manilal in Gujarati. March 25th, 1909. My dear son, I have a right to write 1 letter per month and receive 1 letter per month. It became a question with me as to who I should write to. I thought of Mr. Rich, the editor of Indian Opinion, Mr. Pollock, and you. I chose you because you have been nearest to my thoughts in all my reading. I hope Ramdas and Devdas are keeping well, learning their lessons and not causing any worry. Has Ramdas got rid of his cough? And now about yourself. How are you? Although I think you are well able to bear all the burden I have placed on your shoulders and that you are doing it quite cheerfully. I have often felt that you required greater personal guidance than I have been able to give you. I also know that you have sometimes felt that your education was being neglected. I have read a great deal in the prison. I have been reading Emerson, Ruskin, and Mazzini. I have also been reading the Upanishads. All confirm the view that education does not merely mean a knowledge of letters, but it means character building. It means a knowledge of duty. If this is the true view, and it is so to my mind, the only true view, you are receiving the best educational training possible. What can be better than that you should have the opportunity of nursing mother and cheerfully bearing her ill temper, or than looking after Chachi and anticipating her wants and behaving to her so as not to make her feel the absence of Hiralal, or again, being guardian to Ramdas and Devdas. If you succeed in doing this well, you have received more than half your education. It was much struck by one passage in Nathuramji's introduction to Upanishads. He says that the Brahmacharya stage, that is, the first stage, is like the last, that is, the sannyasi stage or the monk stage. This is true. Amusement only continues during the age of innocence, that is, up to 12 years only. As soon as a boy reaches the age of discretion, he is taught to realize his responsibilities. Every boy from such age onward should practice continence in thought and deed. This should not be an irksome learning and practice, but it should be natural to him. It should be his enjoyment. Let me tell you that when I was younger than you are, my keenest enjoyment was to nurse my father. Of amusement after I was 12, I had little or none. If you practice the 3 virtues, if they become part of your life, so far as I am concerned, you will have completed your educational training. Armed with them, believe me, you will earn your bread in any part of the world, and you will have paved the way to acquire true knowledge of the soul, yourself, and God. This does not mean that you should not receive instruction in letters, that you should and you are doing. But it is a thing over which you need not fret yourself. You have plenty of time, and after all, you are to receive such instruction in order that your training may be of use to others. Remember, please, that henceforth our lot is poverty. The more I think of it, the more I feel that it is more blessed to be poor than to be rich. The uses of poverty are far sweeter than those of riches. And now again yourself. Do give ample work to gardening and digging, etc. We have to live upon it in future. And you should be the expert gardener of the family. Keep your tools in their respective places and absolutely clean. In your lessons, you should give a great deal of attention to mathematics and Sanskrit. The latter is absolutely necessary for you. Both these studies are difficult in future. You will not neglect your music. You should make a selection of all good passages, hymns and verses, whether in English, Gujarati or Hindi, and write them out in your best hand in a book. The collection at the end of a year will be most valuable. All these things you can easily do if you are methodical. Never get agitated and think you have too much to do and then worry over what to do first. This you will find out in practice if you are patient and take care of your minutes. I hope you are keeping an accurate account, as it should be kept, of every penny spent for the household. And now I close with love to all and kisses to Ramdas, Devdas and Rami from Father.